Good morning. We're just setting off, or we have been walking for a little bit. I think we left the campsite about 6:30 this morning. Yeah, it was a really nice campsite. They had bikes you could borrow to go into different shops in town. They had like chargers you could use to charge your stuff overnight. All that stuff that you need. Yeah, I don't know how well I slept though, because it was like people were setting off fireworks still. And there was like some road traffic going by. So we'll see. I'm just super tired this morning. I feel like my bag weighs 1,000,000 pounds. So I'm lagging a little bit. So that's why we've already stopped to take a break, even though we've only just got going. So today we only really have Mount Greylock to climb. It's probably the highest mountain that we've done in a while. So I am a little bit nervous. I hope I can pick up the energy and find the strength to do it. So yeah, we're getting in there. We're getting into those, slowly but surely, those higher elevations. So I'll need to be prepared for that. Yeah, so Mount Greylock, and then, which is I think is about 8 miles away at the moment. And I think we're either going to go 14 miles total or 16 miles total today. We haven't quite decided. So we shall see. All right, wish me luck. I'm going to need it.
Where the river takes us far away from home. Time to ponder in the fields around me, where there's nothing but the breeze and the great unknown. Leave your worries and your suitcase. All you don't need, nothing but you. So don't throw your hopes down on wishing well. It's your heart's desire carry you. Come and sail with me to the open ocean, where you don't have to dream because there's you.
Good morning. It is about 7:30 in the morning, and we're just getting started for the day. Yesterday we stayed at a trail angel's house, literally just off the trail, coming into North Adams, Massachusetts. She was so kind. Let us camp in her yard for free. Took us to the grocery store so we could get a little bit more of a resupply. Oh, she fed us as well. She fed us like a really good dinner. And she made a fire in her backyard, and we just chilled, and she offered ice cream as well. Oh, it was great. I slept so well. I think I really needed it. I think yesterday I was suffering from the effects of not having eaten a lot the day before. So that's why I just felt lethargic the entire day. But I think I feel a little bit better now. We are getting ready to cross 1,600 miles, and then shortly thereafter we will cross into Vermont. So today's a very exciting day, and yeah, can't wait to see what happens.
Burn like me for you, covered in wonder, sweet in silence. Oh, we'll keep running
Okay, one more update for today. Annoyingly, I think Far Out, the app that we use to track where we are, where we're going, the app that everyone uses, something has happened to it within these last few miles, and I think all of the mile markers are out. And we realized this because we took a break earlier to have some lunch, and we thought we only had 9 miles to the road crossing to get into town. But then we started looking at the comments on Far Out, and everyone started saying that the mile markers were off. So it looked like we had actually 12 miles to go, which would turn this entire day into like a 21-mile day. And considering the time that we left and our pace, that's just not really feasible. So we've been walking for a bit longer, and yeah, everything is just like really far out. We've stopped at a shelter for break, and the next shelter, Far Out, is telling us is 3 miles away. But I have a PDF of like all of the shelters, and that one is saying that the next shelter is 4.7 miles away. And then Google Maps is telling me it's 4.4. So I don't really know what's going on. Point is, I think we have more miles than we have time if we want to get into town and get to that hotel. And the other thing is that the descent to get to that road into town is meant to be very dangerous. I think it's like very rocky and steep, and loads of people said they've fallen there. If it's the least bit wet, it's apparently described as quite treacherous. And it did rain earlier today, and we hear rumblings of thunder as we're sitting here. So it's probably going to sprinkle down again. So I think we're making the executive decision. Don't judge us. Or judge us, I don't care. We're going to do what we need to do. Basically, we're going to try to get to the next shelter. And then just after that, there's a road that splits off from the trail. And then you can walk directly into town from that road. So I don't think it cuts out a lot of miles. But, like, we still have to do a lot of miles. But we don't have that descent to do in rain, potentially. And yeah, I guess it would cut out a little bit of miles if we have those 3 extra miles that we didn't account for. And we're not going to have time to do that. I think some people were saying they were like going slower than a mile an hour down that descent. And if we have 3 extra miles to do, we can't really afford to take that much time. So I think that's the reality of today, is that we're just going to have to cut out a little bit of this trail so that we can actually make it where we need to be tonight. Otherwise, I think we'd run out of daylight. We'd be doing that descent like coming into like sunset and everything. So just not so sure that's a good idea. So yeah, I don't really know at what point the mileage reconciles itself. I'll have to check further along on the app. So I'm not really sure how that happens. And this is the first time, or this is the first big time, I think, that like for like a noticeable chunk of the trail, the mileage has been really off. I think there have been a few places here and there, but they've been like negligible amounts. So yeah, this is quite annoying. And now I'm wondering if 1600 was actually where it was marked on the floor. Yeah, weird stuff.
We've definitely crossed it at least, so...
Yeah, we've done it, yeah. But, yeah, who knows? I'm not really sure what's happening, so I'm very confused. Alright, guess we're gonna take a short break. There's no water here either, so... Yeah, take a short break, get back on the trail for about 4.5 more miles, and then start to road walk. What is that?
It's a little mouse.
Oh, it's very jumpy. Alright, catch you later.
of our time, out where the stars forget to shine. Cityscapes askew, stuck inside at noon, out where.
Okay, so that road walk yesterday did not end up like we thought. We ended up deciding, oh, we'll still road walk, but we'll road walk down to the road crossing we were originally supposed to get to. And then the road turned out to be like an ATV road that was horrible. We had to ford a stream like several times. It was just full of rocks. And then the road we were gonna take to get to the crossing was actually, there was no through route, even though like on maps it shows like it continued on. So we had to take a really big detour. We had no luck hitching. So yeah, that was a disaster. We ended up getting in around 7 o'clock. Immediately took a shower. Started laundry. We went to go get dinner at what we thought was a new open Chipotle. Turns out they don't open for like another week. Yeah. So this morning we've just been taking our time. It's about 10:30 now. I think we're just gonna hang out until checkout at 11. We've been to Dunkin' this morning to get breakfast. We also stopped by Goodwill just to check it out. Also went to Dollar General. I haven't really been talking about it much in the videos, but it is still like extremely hot outside. Still so humid. So it's having to deal with hiking through all that. Even just walking through town, it feels disgusting. So we'll see how we do today. Whew, okay, so we are on trail now. We've just finished most of the climb out of Bennington. I'm very sweaty. It is very hot out. But yeah, we were just stopped by a little stream. I went to dip my bandana in it just to cool down a bit. And this guy walks by and goes, "Do you want some interesting trail magic?" And we were like, sure. So it turns out he is the owner of a company called Holy Hiker, and they make backpacking bidets. And as you know, I already have a backpacking bidet that I really like. It's from, what is it called? Kulo Clean. But yeah, so he asked me which one I had, and then he was like, "Oh, this one's way better." So he gives it to me. I don't know if you can see. So the one he gave me is the yellow one. My Kulo Clean is the black one. So it's much smaller. And he said that this one should, by design, it should use less water than the one I currently have. So I am very excited to try that out. And let me know if you want me to report back with a comparison. I swear by backpacking bidets. I haven't carried toilet paper in like 3 months, so I'm all for it. But yeah, just thought that was a interesting little thing that happened. Really made my day. So yeah, let's keep hiking.
Stars forget to shine. How far you'd fall were you to call. Hold your breath, it'll all be over soon. Stuck inside this cage that's built for you. Stuck inside this cage that can't fit two. Cityscapes askew, stuck inside at noon, out
Good morning. So the plan for the next 2 days is that we are going to be staying at a hostel tomorrow. It's just outside Manchester, Vermont. And from the shelter last night, the road to get there is 27 miles away. So I think we're going to push for a big day today, and then a smaller, narrow in to the hostel tomorrow. So yeah, we got up at 6:30 this morning, started making our way. Just stopped at the shelter for about an hour-long break. Met a guy there who is going Sobo. So one of the first, I think maybe only the third Sobo that I've come across. But we actually got chatting, and he is from the exact same place that I am. Went to the same high school, just a few years apart. So, crazy coincidences. But yeah, I'm a little tired this morning, but I feel alright. Again, it's still hot, it's still humid. So, just gotta deal with it. I'll catch you later.
Cityscapes askew, stuck inside at noon, out where the stars forget to shine. How far you'd fall, were you to call? Hold your breath, it'll all be over soon. Stuck inside this cage that's built for you. Stuck inside this cage that can't fit too. For now it's fine, waste of our time, out where the stars forget to shine.
Good morning. Just a quick one today. So we did 23-ish miles yesterday. And we thought we had 4 miles left to do today to get to the road for Manchester Central. But it turns out it's only 2.7 miles, so whoops. I did feel a little bad about it because it's basically a 0 and I don't really want to take a 0, but here we are. Yeah, even this 2.7 is just kicking my butt. I don't know if it's because I'm tired. I didn't eat breakfast this morning, so I might just be under-fueled. But yeah, so once we get into town, we will, I think, go for some food, go to some of the outdoor stores, resupply, and then get picked up by the hostel, and then do all the hostel-related things that we usually do. So yeah, hopefully it can be a chill day. I think we're gonna need it for these next few days afterwards, so yeah, come along.
Hey Magnolia, I know they stole your heart when we were young. You had big dreams to be a fashion queen and leave your mark. I hope life doesn't bring you down. You probably learned what you do comes back around. Most of all, I pray your heart has found its way to fly. 'Cause we're just kids staying young until we die. adjusting, you still dancing. You could always move your feet to any music. You just smile and then feel the beat. I hope life doesn't bring you down. You probably learn what you do comes back around. Most of all, I pray your heart has found its way to fly. So we're just kids staying young until we die. No matter what you do, don't ever lose the spark.
Hello, hello. I think it is safe to say that we had a very nice day yesterday in Manchester. We just wandered around town for a bit. It's a very nice, very fancy town. I was almost tempted to go into Armani for new hiking clothes, you know? But no, we went to some of the shops around. There was like a secondhand outdoor shop. So I got these like bright orange shorts. I was kind of missing the bright colors in my outfits. I think my best clothing era was like the blue shorts time. But they don't fit me anymore, so... But yeah, I got these. The hostel was very, very nice. I appreciate a hostel that's always very like well organized. Like they really thought of everything to give you. And they also gave you like your first soda was free, and your first pint of Ben & Jerry's was only $1. And then after that it was only $4. So yeah, and they just had everything you could think of. And we paid $45 each for a bunk. But when we got there, I guess just because we booked at the same time, they actually put Tribute and I in like our own room. So we basically had a private room. So yeah, it was very, very good value. Had a very nice time watching movies, just chilling, editing, all that stuff. Oh, I also found this hat in the hiker box. Not sure if it suits me. What do you think? It kind of matches my shorts, or like the burgundy shorts I have. But yeah, I definitely laundered it first before wearing it, so I still have my other hat just in case I decide not to keep this one. But we shall see. I think I'm just horribly mismatched now. Nothing is the same color in my outfit, so we'll see. Yeah, as far as today goes, we are hoping to get to a shelter 19 miles from where we started this morning. Luckily, Vermont is very plentiful in their shelter placements, so I think you only have to go about 4 or 5 miles between shelters. So if we did decide to bail out early, there are some options. But otherwise, I'm hoping we can make it 19. If we want to be in Hanover by Wednesday night to 0 on Thursday, we'd have to maintain an average pace of 19 miles a day. So we'll see how we're feeling. Can't make any promises. But yeah, so we're just going along now. I think we already did the first big climb up to the Bromley ski resort. So I think we've got another one coming up at some point. The only annoying thing is that there's the water from the top of the mountain. There's no water for about 7 miles. So I'm very low. So I'll just have to conserve as much as I can. But otherwise, we're good. It's a very nice day for hiking, so let's see how it goes. Just a quick update. So we've gone up and over the second peak now. But in between the two peaks, oh, I was thirsty. I was just like craving a Coke. At one point I even asked, there was like a kid operating the summer ski lift at the top of Bromley, and we heard him like crack open a can of something. And I went over to him and I was like, if you have soda, I will buy it from you. But he said he didn't have any. So anyways, we were going through the area between the two peaks and we started hearing lots of voices. And it turns out there was trail magic. It was so lovely. We got the last grilled cheese. I drank 2 sodas because I was that thirsty. Oh yeah, it definitely made me feel a little better. So I'm gonna need it because it's like 2 o'clock and we still have 12 miles to do. So I reckon we're gonna get in late, but I'm hoping we can still get to the original shelter we intended. So yeah, it's kind of surprising to me now. Well, not surprising, but just it's kind of jarring that there's so many people on trail now, because we're getting to the point where for the longest time it was just AT people going north, and now we're running into people doing the long trail in Vermont. So that goes from the Massachusetts-Vermont border up to the Vermont-Canada border. So you've got lots of people doing that, and then we're starting to see the AT people who are coming southbound as well. So have to make a point to really ask people which trail they're doing, because you can't just assume it's AT stuff exclusively now. But yeah, it's very busy, which I didn't expect. But I guess that's why they have so many shelters here. So grateful for that. All right, let's carry on.
I saw in your eyes the world try and say you're top of kind of race, but dreams only need what's inside. When the going gets hard, you lose a fight to be what you know you're meant to be. Take a deep breath in, choose to jump again, 'cause the world needs more children than it needs men. Hey there, mom and dad, do I make you sad? Well, it's all I know.
Morning. So we made it to the shelter yesterday. It was like 19.7, 19.8, which I think is pretty good going. We did get in super late though. It was like 8:40. So sunset had already happened, and in the clearing, so like where the pond was, it was still quite bright, but like in the woods it was pretty dark by that point. So, but yeah, I'm glad we made it anyways. I'm not sure what's going to happen today because we originally planned to go like 20 miles. I'm not sure how that's going to happen, or if that's going to happen though. Sorry. Basically, nothing is drying in this environment. It's just so humid here that, like, I left my t-shirt out to dry on a line yesterday. It was still soaking wet this morning, probably more wet than it was last night. So yeah, nothing reliably dries out here. And when that happens, you know, things start to rub up against each other. I have chafing like in my armpit, but Tribute is worse. He's got like chafing in between his legs, and I know it's making it really difficult for him to walk. So I think we need to deal with that sooner rather than later. So I'm hoping that at a road crossing about 3 miles ahead, we'll be able to hitch into like a nearby town that has like a little Family Dollar, and we can at least get some basic things to deal with that, because it's obviously not comfortable. It's very painful. So yeah, hopefully we can sort that out, and then we can keep going from there. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, it's just hard when like you either sweat through everything or it rains and you just know that things aren't going to get dry. I don't know if it's better. Do you think it's better or worse than like, you know, remember when it was like super cold?
Oh, I'd take that any day.
Yeah, but like things still didn't dry. So it was cold,
Yeah,
and
but you
wet.
didn't-
I don't
you
know.
Sweat so much, like.
Yeah. I don't know. It sucks. I guess that's one of the things about the AT is that it's just so humid. I can't conceptualize what like a dry heat is. But it would be really nice to know you could dry stuff out. So yeah, we just walked a few miles. We're sat around on this little like rock clearing. Tribute's just trying to dry some of his stuff out on the rocks. So we shall see. Yeah, I will catch you later. Bye.
It will make you sad. Well, it's all I know. I don't want the finer things. I just wanna sit and sing. And when I wake, I'm gonna dream. I hope life hasn't brought you down. You were right, what I do comes back around. Most of all, I pray your hearts find their way to fly. 'Cause we could be kids, staying young until we die. Yeah. Oh.
Okay, another update. So we managed to hitch into the little town near the trail. Went to Family Dollar to get some stuff for a tribute, and then we went to the gas station to loiter, as always. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like the stuff we got is helping, and it seems like he's still in a lot of pain. Yeah, so don't really know what to do at this point. It's obvious we're not gonna get to where we wanted to go, so I think we're trying to arrange a shuttle somewhere. Trying to arrange a shuttle somewhere in Rutland, I think, just because they have like a hostel there and stuff. So we'll see. But in trying to get back onto the trail, we ended up taking a road walk. So now we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. The trail is like up there, but we are not up there. So I'm trying to see if we can get a shuttle to pick us up from a really weird place. So we shall see. I think really what he needs is just like a nice shower and to put like all the creams on and stuff. Yeah, it just doesn't seem very comfortable. So I think we're both just frustrated at this point because it's obviously not his fault. But then it's obviously slowing us down for no reason. So we'll see. Yeah.
Nothing around us, just flames in the fire. And through the night that burn like me for you. Covered in wonder, sweet in the silence. Oh, we'll keep running, we'll keep running. Leave your worries and your suitcase. Oh, you don't need nothing but you. So don't throw your hopes, start wishing well. It's your heart's desire, carry you. Come and sail with me to the open ocean. Forget to have to dream because there's you.
Hello. So I guess I should update you on what's been going on since yesterday. So it was a tough day for us and probably just the hardest day mentally on trail. We ended up having to walk to the trailhead in the end because we couldn't get any luck with shuttles and such. So tribute managed to pull through somehow and walk to the trailhead, which I know was a struggle for him. Once we got there, it was a pretty easy hitch into town, thankfully. So we ended up at the Yellow Deli, which, if you're familiar with the Yellow Deli, it was somewhere we were curious about going to. Didn't think we would actually stop here. Obviously, we thought we'd keep going into Hanover, but here we are. So yeah, it's pretty nice here, actually. They've got like a separate men's and women's section. So I slept in the women's hostel upstairs. Tribute is downstairs. Luckily, the common room downstairs is for both men and women, but the upstairs bit is exclusively for women. And it is very nice, very clean. I had a shower. And what else did we do? We did our laundry. We are right in downtown Rutland, which is very convenient. There's a Walmart right across the street. So we went there last night and just picked up like dinner and a few things. I also realized that the extent of my chafing on my armpits is way more severe than I thought. So I had to get stuff for that. But yeah, we actually ended up deciding that we are going to be taking a zero here today. And we will be, instead of taking a zero in Hanover, we'll just zero here and continue walking through Hanover once we get there. Yeah. Like I said before, it was a tough day yesterday for us. I think we're just getting, I don't know, I feel physically burnt out sometimes, but I'm definitely mentally burnt out as well. And I do get really frustrated at this whole, I feel like we have moments where we are ready to push miles consistently. And then, things happen and we have to drop our mileage a lot. So it does feel really frustrating, and I know it's not anybody's fault in particular. But then I also get frustrated at myself for being frustrated, because I have to remind myself at the same time that, this isn't a race, and I'm not here to, I have the luxury to some extent of not necessarily having a deadline. So I do feel bad that sometimes I have this mentality of we have to keep going, we have to do this many miles and, make it to this point by this day. And I want to be able to look back on this time and remember it fondly, and that I enjoyed things and took opportunities that came to us. I don't want to remember us being stressed because we were trying to, impose a schedule on ourselves, and I don't want to look back and remember or feel like I was dragging tribute through the trail, or vice versa. I don't know if that makes any sense, but basically, yeah, I'm frustrated at myself for maybe not achieving, maybe not pushing my boundaries like I think I might be able to, and then in the same vein, I'm frustrated at myself for wanting to do that, because there is no pressure on me to do that. It kind of annoyingly, it reminds me of a conversation I had the other day with someone, where they asked us, here's the thing, every time somebody meets you, they go, "Oh, when did you start?" That's the first question they ask you. So they asked us, "When did you start?" And we were with Cutie back then, so he started 2 days before us. So we were all "Oh, we started in late February." And this person goes, "Oh, well, we're getting people coming through here, who started in March. Did you guys have any injuries, or what's been going on?" as if to imply that we're slow, which why would you want to do that? And Cutie just goes, oh yeah, we're just slow. And I went, well, we're still projected to finish within 6 months, so. And then, what else did they say? Oh, here's the other thing that really bugs me, is like people who try to like emphasize how close we are to the bubble. So this guy was also going, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the bubble's just right behind you, like. And I'm like, dude, like the bubble's been right behind us this whole time. We started like 4 days before March 1st. And so I just really don't understand certain people who have this mentality of trying to almost size you up. And, how do you know that I want to be going super fast? How do you know that I have that I want to meet the same deadline as other people? And I just find it really unnecessary. And it really bugs me when people, the first thing that they ask you is, when did you start? What number did you start at? That was another conversation we had the other day with someone, where they just go, oh, what's your trail name? What number did you start at? What day did you start at? Like, it just seems really silly to me. We met somebody, I think this was back in Pennsylvania, we met somebody, and he was so fast, but he was such a nice guy, and like, the things that we talked about, like right off the bat, we started having conversations about like, oh, what's your favorite part of the trail been so far? Or like, he asked us like, are you guys having a good time? And like, I think that's so much more of an important question to be asking someone, and like, it leads to a more fruitful discussion as well. Whereas, I feel like a lot of the discussions that we get are like, oh, when did you start? And then they just don't talk to you after that. So like, what's the point in asking me that if that's all you're trying to get out of the conversation? I just find it so unproductive and so unnecessary. I don't know. That's just my rant. It kind of just pisses me off. Yeah, but obviously people are out here for different reasons. Everyone's got their reason for hiking the trail. Everyone's got their different style. And I just don't want to look back on this and feel like I was trying to hike somebody else's hike because of what other people were saying or doing and such. But I guess these feelings have started to pop up because I'm just now realizing how close we are to the end. We are almost at mile 1700, and yeah, that's not very far. We're approaching less than 500 miles now, and the more I think about it, the more I'm like, oh gosh, like I'm gonna have to go back to the real world after this, and I don't know. I don't want this to end. I want to keep living in the woods. I want to keep doing what we're doing, and I think I'm having a little moment of panic setting in, where I am both very proud of us, but also, proud of how far we've come, but also I don't want to keep going because I don't want it to end. So, yeah, lots of thoughts and lots of feelings as we start to approach Maine. And I know that especially once we hit Maine, I think that's really going to feel like the home stretch. So, maybe I should stop worrying and panicking and about how fast we're going or how fast we're not going, and just, I think, really start to relish these last few weeks. Yeah, I'm also getting a bit more introspective lately about, have I achieved what I wanted to achieve on trail? Have the reasons for why I wanted to come out here, have I been able to work on them and achieve them? And I'm not really sure, you know. So many people say that this is such a transformative experience for them, and it changed them in, you know, such different ways. And I do feel like that, and then at the same time I don't feel like that. And I don't know, I'm just thinking back more on my reasons why, what I wanted to get out of this, and I feel a little pressure to really fulfill them. So yeah, sorry for all the ranting, but I just got a lot going through my mind. It's been a wild time. We're almost at 5 months now, and yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to take a nap again, maybe. Enjoy the hostel. They're really nice here. I had to look through the pamphlets, and, you know, we'll see. There's a guy here who said that he was hiking, I don't remember if it was the AT. I think he said it was the AT and he was going southbound. And then he stopped here, and now he's been here for 9 years. So, fingers crossed that we actually leave tomorrow. I'll catch you later.
Leave your worries and your suitcase. All you don't need, nothing but you.